What's up guys, in the last episode we talked about how Earth and humanity developed and began terraforming. Now we will be jumping forward to 2115 and to the Terraforming War, and also to learn more about the Argons, the Paranids and the Teladi. Just want to say thank you for your unbelievable feedback in the first two episodes, and on that note let's get started. 2115. In 2115, the second man-built jump gate reaches Alpha Centauri and becomes fully operational. The second gate is not really needed since Alpha Centauri has two alien jump gates of its own. The second planet of Alpha Centauri, called Taurus, quickly becomes the largest colony outside the solar system with nearly 100,000 colonists. The planet has atmosphere, plants and many natural resources. A software update for the remaining few terraformers, which were discontinued for more than 15 years already, is sent out via message drones and radio and reaches more terraformer fleets than are still known to exist. They also distribute the update amongst each other. This software update, maintained sloppily and carelessly, introduces several major design flaws which were never in the original software. 2145. Completely unexpected, a fleet of 6 terraformers, almost forgotten now, enters solar system and tries to terraform the inner planets including Earth. On the 2nd of January 2145, the Earth's jump gate activated unexpectedly. 6 TF-CPU ships and hundreds of smaller units appeared around the blue planet and immediately began preparations for a terraforming project. The terraformer fleet disobeyed all orders to abort the terraforming of Earth. An armed intervention by Earth's forces was practically unthinkable. The United Space Command had a mere 23 ships on the line, none of which was well maintained in the course of the previous few decades. Finding sufficient trained forces for old ships proved to be even more of a challenge. It was soon discovered that the terraformer fleet invading the solar system was not in fact the second fleet, as it was originally surmised. Rather, this fleet was made up of their descendants some dozen or more generations removed from the second fleet. While the 23-year-old USC battleships run by their insufficiently trained crews moved to take positions near the 6 TF-CPU ships, the worst happened. Considering itself threatened, the terraformers reacted not only defensively, but also went on the attack. This reaction took the USC vessels completely by surprise. The original terraformer specification included neither weaponry nor any strategic compatibility. The goal drift that had occurred during the machine's evolution exceeded the expectations of even the most progressive AGI experts. 17 of the USC ships are destroyed in this initial attack. Among the 6 remaining vessels was a flagship of Earth's fleet, USCSS Dragonfire, under the command of a former SAR pilot named Nathan R. Gunn. Over the following weeks, Gunn would demonstrate a keen knowledge of strategy. Having no real weapons at their disposal, the terraformers began to deflect asteroids from their orbits to bombard Earth. The largest of these had a diameter of nearly 1 kilometer. It impacted in the geographical center of the North American continent and caused destruction on a scale that Earth had not seen since a similar large meteorite caused the extinction of the dinosaurs 65 million years before. In its first 2 weeks alone, the death toll of the Terraformer War was 65 million people worldwide. In the years that followed the end of the war, starvation and disease would increase this number 8-fold. 2146. In the end, Nathan R. Gunn is able to lure the main part of the terraformer fleet through the Earth Gate, which is destroyed afterwards, so the terraformers cannot return to Earth. There is almost no space flight on Earth for several hundred years to come, and it is not considered to build a jump gate again. The plans of the ancients, already endangered by Earth inventing jump gates on their own, are now finally toppled by the raging terraformer fleet. To construct a working community of species able to survive, including survival of the terraformers, the ancients take the only option. They reconfigure jump gate routes of many star systems and many species, to form a closed loop where nobody can get in or out. Only species which have encountered the terraformers before, during those past 80 years, are inside this loop. This is the day when the X universe is actually created. The Teladi home planet Ianimus Zura and one of its lesser colonies are separated by the changed jump gate routes. There is not much spaceflight and technical knowledge left on this Teladian colony. Let's talk a bit about who the Teladi are. The Teladi are an intelligent race of lizard analogues and one of the founding members of the community of planets. The Teladi race originates from the planet of Yanimus Zura, whose numerous marshes and shallow coastal waters offered their ancestors both safety and a rich supply of prey. Shortly after the development of spaceflight, a jump gate was discovered, and they began quickly to explore the jump gate network and establish colonies beyond their home system. Their bodies are entirely covered by a thick armoured scale which are each roughly hexagonal in shape. While some colour variants exist, the most common is a medium green known by the Teladi as scale plate green. All adult Teladi have natural affinity for this hue, and for this reason it is frequently found in the Teladi environment. They are on average 150 cm tall and possess 2 arms and legs, each with 5-digit claws with rudimentary webbing, which makes them strong natural swimmers. Their lifespan is of course limited. While in principle a Teladi can achieve any age, most eventually lose the desire to live and begin to refuse food in order to die. The average life expectancy is 250 years, although the oldest Teladi was 400 Earth years old. 2147. There's a fight over the second planet of Alpha Centauri, which is Taurus. The remaining TF Earth fleet is fighting against Nathan Argon's fleet. Most of Taurus is destroyed. Out of the population of 100,000, only 20,000 humans survive. The terraformers can be beaten for now. After it becomes more clear that no return to Earth will be possible ever, the government of the exiled humans agreed to purge Earth from the immediate history books to start with a new era. Many people are unhappy with this decision. 2184. A large planet about 12 jumps away from Taurus is discovered. It seems ideal for human settlement. Many colonists go there. The sun of this system is called Sonra, and the planet dubbed Sonra 4, commonly referred to as 4. 2215. Nathan Argon dies at the age of 93. Not many people complain about the purged memory of Earth anymore, only disciples of history still know the details. 2220. In 2220, Boron colonized one of the nearby moons, and Paranids developed space-time. Okay, we haven't talked about Paranids yet, so let's go into some detail about them now, and their habitat, as well as their history. Paranids are one of the oldest races in the X-universe. Their home planet is situated near a white star, which means that their natural environment is hot and very arid. Great deserts and mountain ranges straddle the planet. The Paranid themselves evolved from a large species of ancient desert beetles, some of which still scuttle around the desert planet. The Paranid are often classified as humanoid, given their apparently standard 5-membered body configuration. 2 arms, 2 legs and a head. They reach an average height of 250 centimeters and can weigh up to 200 kilograms. The atrophied remnants of their former flight-capable wings can be seen in the conspicuously long arms which extend vertically down towards the ground. Each arm has 4 major sections, jointed in 3 places, and can develop significant force. Their hands, which are claws, each have 8 multi-jointed fingers. Their legs curve inward, resulting in a wide striding gait. The heads of the Paranid are dominated by an elongated snout, almost a trunk, and 3 protruding milky eyes, the pupils of which are difficult to discern. Each eye can be moved independently and has its own optical cortex, giving the Paranid a considerable visual depth of field. They can resolve objects at considerable distances while keeping small close objects in full detail. The Paranid's brain is also divided into several distinct hemispheres, enabling them to think at the same time at different levels. This results not only in their highly developed mathematical and analytical skills, but also the degree of spatial coordination that's unmatched by any other known life form. The Paranids have 11 genders. While not all of these are necessary for any individual act of reproduction, the combination of parents will affect the development of the young. Paranids can tolerate the vacuum of space without protection for up to 40 minutes, and may survive for over an hour before finally succumbing to hypothermia. 2241. To honour the memory of Nathan Argon, the planet 4, which is Sonra 4, is renamed Argon. Let's go into more detail about the Argons. The Argon are bipedal hominids of the species Homo sapiens. They remain genetically identical to the Terran ancestral stock. The comparatively short period of separation of 1000 years is not sufficiently long to permit the emergence of a subspecies. There are little to no physiological differences between the Argons and the Terrans. There exists, however, some external characteristics common to most, if not all, Argon, which go together to form the Argon archetype. The tendency to straight black hair and slightly darker shade of skin than most Terrans, and above average height. A typical Argon may expect to live for approximately 110 Earth years, as may their Terran counterpart. This is due mostly to advanced medical science, the easy ability to make high quality food, and the heightened level of health awareness promulgated by the culture. Right, that's all we got time for today, guys. In the next one, we're going to be talking about the split, the Xenon, the Gunners, and the beginning of the Xenon conflict. So if you all enjoyed, please hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.